Want to welcome the panel back in on this Tuesday morning. Our White House correspondent Emerald Robinson with us. Policy analyst and Project 21 member Donna Jackson is here. Former Trump campaign aide Rick Gates is here, and former special assistant to President Donald Trump and a Newsmax contributor Andrew Giuliani back with us as well. You know, I was not going to let it happen. I thought about it last week, Emerald, because, you know, Andrew Cuomo all of a sudden sort of, you know, he kind of shifted off the front page. Guess what? He's back on the front page now. This could be the smoking gun, the one that brings him down. A new accuser came forward yesterday with, of all people, Gloria Allred, who's an accomplished attorney. Sherry Ville is 55 years old. She's a married mother of three. I want to play you a soundbite from Sherry yesterday when she talks about what happened with the governor. Take a listen.
He stopped, he turned to me and said, "You are beautiful." That made me feel even more uncomfortable. I felt as though he was coming on to me in my own home. He then leaned down on top of me, and while still holding one of my hands, he forcibly grabbed my face with his other big hand and kissed my cheek. Again, in a very aggressive manner. I felt like I was being manhandled.
Emerald, we'll start with you and get some reaction, but this is in the photo, by the way, of him kissing her. Her son tweeted this out and said, "Hey, the governor, you know, is kissing my mom." Andrew Cuomo said in a press conference a week ago, there is obviously the photo. She's got her dog in her hand there. He says, you know, this is a cultural norm. I'm an Italian. You know, it's very common for us to greet people and kiss on the cheeks. Look, I'm Irish. I kiss family members and people I know sometimes on the cheek, non-offensively when I see them. I don't go for the lips, like ever.
Wait,
matter of fact, never once.
I don't think we have any pictures of him doing that to men, though, right? If it's an Italian thing, he doesn't just grab men and kiss them.
Not that I've seen. Some of my best friends are Italian. My best friend from high school, Gaetano, is Italian. And yes, you can occasionally kiss on the cheek. Andrew, I think you might have some Italian in you as well.
I do. I do have this, but I will say, I remember this uncle that I used to have who used to give these big kisses, and it felt like he would just like be licking his lips for like, you know, 15 minutes before. So it's a whole thing I got to talk to a therapist about. But yeah, Emerald makes a really good point. We seem to only be having pictures of him doing this with women, not with any guys. So that's a really good point, Emerald.
So two things.
You know, one other point about this, though, is that I saw someone turning this into a positive. Not that, you know, we don't want to say that sexual harassment is ever a positive, but that every time a new accuser comes out, Governor Cuomo loosens the restrictions a little bit on New York.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty ironic that happened, and you basically started seeing the restrictions loosen, the fact that you had 30-year-olds and up being able to get the vaccine at the same time the press conference with Allred went on yesterday.
Yeah. By the way, I know that there are things that certain cultures do that are cultural norms. Inappropriate touch, sexual harassment, these are not cultural norms. And if you were an Italian American or Irish or whatever, and all of a sudden it was like, no, we do that in our culture, then everyone would do it and use that as an excuse if they were ever accused of some sort of impropriety. Rick, apparently a staffer then sent this woman, Sherry Ville, a note and a phone call inviting her to an event with the governor. Didn't invite her husband. Definitely didn't invite her three kids. The governor wanted to take this woman out.
Yeah, look, I mean, all he's doing is making excuses time and time again. And I agree with Andrew. It was funny when you go back and look at the train of events and what Governor Cuomo was doing at the time, whether it was opening the restaurants, you know, increasing capacity, all correlated with these accusations from these women. And now he's got two ongoing investigations. And it's not just about the sexual allegations. It's also about, you know, the disaster with the nursing home and the COVID crisis as well. And now we're finding out more facts on that as well, that there was apparently a secret data sheet that contained information just for, you know, people close to him that were able to get the shot, the testing rather, you know, in a quicker fashion. What this guy's end game is, I have no idea. Even for, you know, somebody who's been in politics for a while, it's unbelievable what he's trying to do. His political career is over. So I don't know what he's trying to do right now, but I don't think it's going to work. And New Yorkers will see through it.
His end game involves a bag of Doritos and a Lazy Boy recliner in his living room at some point. I think in the not so distant.
I think his political career is over.
Emerald, I think he's going down. I think he's, I mean, this is somebody that was like, in 2024, we can't wait for you to run for president. I don't think it's going to happen, but we'll there's two investigations happening right now, one with the Assembly and one with the New York Attorney General, who also wants to be governor. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. I want to play a soundbite from CDC Director Rochelle Walensky. Very emotional, by the way. She might just be my very favorite medical professional in the U.S. right now. But take a listen to this.
We have come such a long way. 3 historic scientific breakthrough vaccines, and we are rolling them out so very fast. So I'm speaking today not necessarily as your CDC director, and not only as your CDC director, but as a wife, as a mother, as a daughter, to ask you to just please hold on a little while longer. I so badly want to be done. I know you all so badly want to be done. We are just almost there, but not quite yet.
Donna, you know what I like about her? She's not a bureaucrat. She's not Tony Fauci. A lot of emotion right there. She's not telling us to do anything. She's not saying wear a mask. She's not saying Texas, re-implement the mask mandate. She's just speaking as a mom and a human.
Well, I sincerely doubt that she's just speaking as a mom and a human. I'm sure there's some political undertones in there. We're in danger. Keep the lockdown. We need Biden to look good. No, Texas is open. Florida is open. They're doing well. They really don't have the scientific data to suggest all of the restrictions that we have. I think it needs to be people's choice. And I really think they need to open. But, I think this is just really more about making sure that Harris and Biden look like superheroes than it is about really making sure that people are safe.
Donna, I'm glad you said that.
I don't really buy the act.
No, I'm glad you said that. I love a little disagreement. Let me play you the exact opposite of what Rochelle Walensky just said there. Here's Joe Biden saying America should shut down again. Take a listen.
I'm reiterating my call for every governor, mayor, and local leader to maintain and reinstate the mask mandate. Please, this is not politics. Reinstate the mandate if you let it down. And business should require masks as well. The failure to take this virus seriously, precisely what got us in this mess in the first place, risk more cases and more deaths.
You don't want to risk more desks, but Donna, that is political. That is political right there.
The mask mandate has always been political. It's the naysayers against the people who believe in science, supposedly, but, those are the same people that don't believe in history or math. So, but, the truth of the matter is,
Donna, let me get Andrew in on this quickly. Andrew, does Joe Biden, do you think there's a chance that he thinks it's late March 2020 right now?
I got to tell you, I'm just surprised when he leans in to read the teleprompter right there that he doesn't say show emotion, end parenthesis, or something like that. You could just see it right there. Going back to the CDC director, what I wonder is when she goes into her office, does she have to show identification? I know I'm getting off on a tangent over here, and I know this is not the subject, but it just hit me thinking about it, right? CDC is in Atlanta, Georgia. Does she have to show identification to get in? Is it actually racist to ask her to show identification to get into her office right there? Again, I digress, but I guess that should be the title of the book.
Andrew said, speaking of showing emotion, I was on that briefing call.
Right.
And I was trying to ask Dr. Fauci a question again, to no avail, surprise, surprise. But Dr. Walensky was reading from the script. Then she reads from the script. I'm going to pause here and go off script and continue reading from the script.
All right, so maybe I stand corrected. Maybe Dr. Walensky is somewhat political.
You should have gone after the Italians, Rob.
When we come back,
what's the
Rob's
matter
not
with
going to
you?
be with us. Panel, we got to leave it there. We got to wrap it up. By the way, I'm just going to say this, Andrew, you brought up a great point. So because of the new Georgia voting law that passed on Thursday, they want to boycott Delta, Home Depot, Coca-Cola. What about boycotting the CDC and CNN, also based in Georgia?
That's right.
Redemption. All right, panel, we'll leave it there. We'll pick this back up at the top of the hour. Looking forward to it.